Hello there, today we'll be talking about a movie called Witcher, Nightmare of the Wolf. Nightmare of the Wolf is a South Korean-American adult animated dark fantasy film for Netflix, and is produced by Lauren Schmidt-Hissrich. The film serves as a spin-off of the Netflix series The Witcher. It focuses on the origin story of Geralt's mentor and fellow Witcher Vesemir. The film premiered on August 23, 2021. Watch out for spoilers and let us begin. The story starts off by showing us a noble family riding together through the forests. As they are moving, they get stuck. The father of the family tries to get them free, but he gets killed by a monster that starts attacking the other family members. The boy runs away. After some time of running, he gets saved by a Witcher, who is the main character of the movie, Vesemir. Vesemir starts walking up to the monster, they stare at each other and they get ready for a fight. The monster starts the first attack. After some time of fighting, Vesemir jumps on a tree and drinks a potion. They jump at each other to attack, and in the end, Vesemir manages to kill it. Before dying, the creature says something in an archaic elven dialect to Vesemir, leading him to think it was controlled by someone. Then, we skip to a woman called Tetra, trying to convince the king that the Witchers are the ones that are staging the recent monsters attack and saying that they are doing this because there aren't as many monsters as there used to be. But another woman called Eliana disagrees, saying that she has no proof of this, and makes jokes about it. Unable to get any proof of what Tetra is saying, the king decided he is going to let the Witchers be, until Tetra gives him proof. After that, we see Vesemir and an elf character called Filavandrel talking. Vesemir told him what the monster said before it died, and asked Filavandrel what it means. Filavandrel translates, and then asks Vesemir if he felt something unusual. Vesemir told him that he felt some sort of magic, controlling the monster. After that, Filavandrel tells Vesemir that elven girls have been vanishing, and that the monster being controlled and the vanishing of these girls might be connected, and asks Vesemir for help, which he disagrees to do. After this, Filavandrel gets angry and leaves. And then we see Vesemir reminiscing about his youth when he was a servant for a noble, whose mistress had suddenly fallen ill, and his father sends Vesemir to the market. After that, we see Vesemir with a donkey and Eliana throwing snowballs at him. They start talking about their dreams, and after some talk, Vesemir suggests they should buy a honey cake with the money his father gave him. Eliana asked how the mistress is going to get her herbs. So Vesemir suggests they should steal them. They succeed at stealing it, but while they are stealing, a Witcher called Diglin saw them and confronts them, telling them that they should take him to their mistress or he'll take them back to the guy they just stole from. They send him there and he explains that the mistress is possessed by a monster and not sick. He asks them to leave, but Vesemir says he wants to stay. His father tries to force him outside, but the Witcher suggests the kid should stay. After the others leave, the Witcher throws a bag at Vesemir, saying he needs him to catch the monster. He starts doing his job taking the monster out of her body, while Vesemir looks terrified. As the monster is coming out of the mistress' body, it attacks Vesemir and tries to flee. Vesemir runs after it. The monster transforms into Eliana, and tries to jump out of a window, but as soon as is about to do that, the Witcher throws a knife at it, killing it. After that, we are shown the Witcher getting on his horse leaving. As he is about to leave, Vesemir comes out and the Witcher shows him all the money he just made in one night. Vesemir is amazed, and asks the Witcher to take him with him and make him a Witcher as well. The Witcher says that there aren't many boys who can become one, but Vesemir simply responds saying, there are even lesser boys who want to serve for the rest of their life. So the Witcher asks him about the girl, and Vesemir hesitates. After he sees this, he says that a Witcher doesn't hesitate, and starts riding off. After this, we see Vesemir leaving something under Eliana's bed, and runs away to go become a Witcher. As we see him going up a mountain, looking and being amazed at Kaer Morhen, we skip to the present time. And then we see him go inside the castle, where we meet one of his friends, Lucas. After that, we are shown Vesemir reading a letter, saying that Witchers are only meant for killing, and that there are no honest men amongst them. And we also see Diglin now looking old, and with one eye. Diglin asks Vesemir about the monster he fought, and after some talk, we see Vesemir going to check on some new recruits. The kids are angry because they haven't had any sleep, they are tired, and now they are making them fight with swords. But Vesemir simply starts attacking them and telling them that out there they have nothing, but here they can get strength, respect, a purpose for their life, a chance of surviving the world, and that if they don't want it, then this training is wasted on them. After that, we go back to the past where, Lucas, now a kid, repeats the words their trainer had said to them, which are the same words Vesemir said to the new recruits. They go to sleep, and Vesemir wakes up in a swamp. He gets up and finds the others. While they are talking, monsters start to appear attacking the kids, and killing most of them. Vesemir starts being chased by some monsters, and as he is running, he falls off a cliff, and then wakes up on a bed. After that, we see him going to a laboratory, where we meet a new character called Riedrich, who is one of the mages that make witchers. As Riedrich explains to him about the science of witchers and monsters, Dieglin comes in, telling Vesemir that a letter was sent for him. After that, we see Vesemir reading the letter that was sent by his childhood friend Ileana. In the letter she explains that the village was taken over by another family, and that his father was killed. While we hear Ileana's voice through the letter, we are shown how Vesemir and the kids are being transformed into witchers. As we are shown through the suffering the kids have to go through to become witchers, we see Vesemir succeeding, and not dying throughout the process, and the movie also shows how talented of a witcher Vesemir becomes, and is. After that, we see Vesemir and his friend, Luca, having a drink. As they are having some fun, a knight starts criticizing them, saying that they scare the people and that they don't need witchers because knights can deal with monsters. Lucas gets up and starts making fun of the knight. He gets angry and starts attacking them. After that, we see Vesemir in jail, and then some people come in to send him to another room, where he sees his childhood friend, Ileana. As they are both happy to see each other, a guard opens the door and Ileana and Vesemir start talking like they don't know each other, and she asks him to go on a mission and take care of the monster attacking the people on the forest. She also tells him that there will be someone else going with him. And later, we find out that the other person is Tetra. As they are going through the forest, they find out that they are in an illusion, which Tetra dispels it with her magic, and finds herself standing on a cliff which she almost falls off, but gets saved by Vesemir. Then as they are walking they spot a monster, and after some time another one appears, which starts flying towards them to attack them. They get ready and start fighting. And after some time of fighting, they manage to kill it. The first monster goes to grief on the body of the monster they just killed, and as that is happening, a snowslide starts occurring. The monster transforms itself into a fox-looking form, and as it starts running away Vesemir takes a knife out, throwing it at it, and wounding it. And then we figure out that the snowslide was an illusion as well. After that we see them going inside a destroyed elven school, where inside, they see Filavandrel, who was tied up to a wall. They free him, and he explains to them that the monster is a mutated elf girl, and is the one that has been kidnapping the missing elf girls, trying to mutate them as well. They also figure out that she was mutated in the same way witchers are, and that the only ones that know how to do that are the witches in Kaer Morhen. Filavandrel gets angry and starts to blame Vesemir, but as they are arguing, they see a little elf girl who was mutated and still alive. Tetra tries to kill her, but Filavandrel saves the little girl and wants to take her with him, which Tetra disagrees, but Vesemir allows Filavandrel to take her, saying if she ever harms someone, he will go after her. After they leave, Tetra goes to destroy the mutated elf's hideout, and then goes to find her, and tries to make the elf on her side, blaming everything on Vesemir. We also see that she had succeeded in changing the king's mind by making him believe the witchers are responsible for the appearance of all the monsters, which leads to the death of Luca. After that we see Vesemir going to the laboratory where they make witchers, and figures out that the one that has been trying to mutate the elves and make more monsters is Dieglin. They start fighting. And after some time of fighting, they are stopped by Riedrich and Ileana. After that they show the two of them that the king had given Tetra an army to go and attack the witchers in Kaer Morhen. We also see that she had managed to get the mutated elf on her side, which is controlling the monsters to attack the witchers. Tetra and some of the witches she had with her opened up portals for the monsters to go through. As hundreds of monsters go through the portal, Vesemir takes command of the witchers and gets them into ready. They all line up to attack as the monsters are charging, and they manage to kill a whole lot of them with one attack, but even that wasn't able to kill them all. Even with their enhanced abilities, the witchers are too outnumbered, and almost all of them are killed. As Vesemir and Dieglin are fighting together, Vesemir gets grabbed by a monster that flies him away. But he manages to kill it, and he starts getting attacked by other monsters, but in the end, as he is falling down, he uses one of the monster's body to collide in the building, getting inside. After that, Dieglin tells Vesemir to go and find Tetra. So he drinks a potion and goes to find her. After that we see Tetra and some of her men had captured Riedrich and the other witches. Ileana comes in, and as they are talking Vesemir jumps inside through the roof. He threatens her, saying he can kill her, and all her men before they even notice, but as soon as he says that, the mutated elf jumps down right in front of him, putting Vesemir in an illusion. As she shows him through different illusions, one after another, he manages to get free, and starts attacking Tetra's man, killing them, then starts to battle Tetra. After some time of fighting against Tetra and the mutated elf, he manages to kill Tetra, and then runs towards the elf, stabbing it with his sword, killing it. But as soon as he does that, he figures out that the ones he had just killed were Riedrich and Ileana, and that he was on the elf's illusion the whole time. Vesemir is shocked at what he is seeing, and as he is panicking, an arrow is shot at him by Tetra, and as she goes in to shoot another one and finish him off, Dieglin comes in throwing an axe at her, killing her. After that Vesemir asks him about the others, and Dieglin tells him that they are all dead. As soon as he says this, Ileana, still being alive, says that the kids escaped. And then Dieglin tells Vesemir to go and find them, make them witchers, something more, and his last words being, to better man. Then we see Vesemir taking Ileana to a frozen lake. He uses his magic to melt the ice and then goes to sit beside Ileana. They look at the lake, and she is amazed at how beautiful it looks. And she slowly passes away. After that we see Vesemir finding the kids and giving them the medallions, saying that this is the last time he is going to let any of them hesitate in deciding on something. And one of the kids says that the people hate them. Vesemir only responds by saying, there will always be another monster, and then calls his name. Geralt. And that is when the movie ends. I personally really enjoyed watching it. Make sure to give it a try for a better experience, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel so I can make more recaps of movies, TV series, animes, etc. And see you all on the next video.